All right, so once again, we're going to talk about consonants. We have 21 consonants, okay? But there are a lot more phonemes for our 21 consonants. So we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about blends, and we're going to talk about digraphs. So blends. So blends are where two or more consonants together make a brand new sound, but the original sounds are still distinguishable. So the word blend has a blend in it, B-L. So B, you have the B consonant phoneme and you have the L. But together they make that new sound, blah. But you can still hear the B and you can still hear the L. So blah is a blend, if that makes sense. So there are 4 types of blends that we're going to be focusing on. We're going to be focusing on L blends, right? R blends, S blends, and T blends, right? So going to L blends, besides the word blend, other good examples are black, flow, and glare. All right, so if you listen to each of these, you can still hear their individual phonemes, but together they make a brand new one. So flow, fl, glare, gl, makes a brand new sound, but you can still hear the g and the l individually. R blends, right? Bread, so br, you can still hear the b and the r, but together they make a new sound, br. All right, creep. Another good example can be grace, and here is frog. So once again, cr, they make a brand new sound together, but you can still hear the k, same with frog, fr, but you can still hear the f and the r phonemes. Right? S, if you notice with S, the S blends, actually the letter S is the first letter. So we have scare, so sk, and if you hear that, you can still hear the s and the k phoneme, but together they make a new sound, right? Scoop, and then street. Right, so you have those. So sk and then stra. And then our T blends are not as common, but they can still be taught. And they're normally with W. So TW, twins, so twa, that makes a brand new sound. And then another good example is twice. All right. So once again, I'm going to say this a million times. Blends are when two or more consonants together make a brand new sound, but the original sound is still distinguishable. Here's an example of 3. STR, stra, right? Street. So now we're going to talk about digraphs. And you do need to be able to understand the difference between the two. So digraph. So these are consonant digraphs we're talking about. So digraphs are when two consonants go together and they make a brand new sound, but they do not retain their original sounds like they did with blend. So a good example is digraph has a digraph in it, the PH. So we have 2 letters, P and H, go together and they make a brand new sound, in this case the S phoneme, right? But you don't hear the P or the H in there at all. It makes a brand new sound. So there are several digraphs. I'm going to go through a bunch of examples. We have SH, as in share. All right, so once again, brand new sound. I'm not going air. It's sh. It's a brand new sound. Share. CH, church. All right, you do not hear the k or the h. It's a brand new sound. WH, whale, where. All right. TH is a big one. You notice the H's are common there. There. Right. CK at the end of words, and we're going to come back to this in a second. So like the word crack. Okay, you make a k. You don't hear the C and then the K individually, just together. And then obviously the PH as in phone is a good example. And then GH can be at the beginning and ends of words. So we have ghost. And we have enough. Right? And then NG, again, at the ends of words, as in the word sing. Right? So once again, all of these are digraphs, so they make a brand new sound. So let's look at some of our CHs here. We're going to go to some of these tricky rules that you have to teach children so they can understand spelling. So I'm going to look at the ends of the following words. Right? Match, watch, coach, and teach. Okay. So if you notice, they all end in ch. All right. But do you notice that these two have a T there, and these two do not? Can you figure out why? If you look at ch, watch. If you notice, we have a short vowel phoneme immediately before the ch sound. Look at these two words, o, ch. We have a long vowel phoneme. That is a long vowel sound. OA makes a long vowel O. And look at teach. We have t, e, ch. We have a long vowel E sound right before the final ch phoneme. So the rule that we teach children is when we have a word and it ends in the ch phoneme and a short vowel immediately precedes it, we actually spell it T-C-H. All right, so as you can see, the word watch follows that rule as well. A word that ends in a ch sound and there's a short vowel sound phoneme right before the ch, we actually spell it with a T-C-H. All right, so that is a big rule that you do have to teach children. All right, so now if we look at, going back to that CK, if you will, look at truck. All right, so I should follow a similar rule to these two. Right, so if you have a word that ends in a k sound and there's a short vowel immediately before it, we actually spell it. The grapheme is CK. So truck, we have the short U sound and then it ends in a K, so we spell it CK. And those are the most basic.